There's something incredible happening right now. If you've found yourself here, listening to this message, know that it is no mere coincidence. This moment, this precise moment, was orchestrated from beyond the physical world. You were summoned here not by chance, but by divine intention. Your presence in this space is not random. It is the result of forces working behind the scenes, guiding you toward a revelation that will shift the course of your life forever. While you may have been living your day-to-day life, thinking you were just another person in this vast, chaotic world, something far more extraordinary was at play. You have been under the watchful eye of beings beyond human comprehension. Authorities that operate on a level far beyond anything you've known have been observing you, studying you, evaluating you, and deciding your fate. This is not a decision made lightly. What these forces saw in you, what they've witnessed through your struggles, your choices, and your challenges, has led them to a conclusion that will change everything. The decision made regarding your existence is profound. It's a decision that you've been unknowingly working toward for years. Everything you've been through, the hardships, the heartaches, the moments where you felt like giving up, have all been part of something much larger. What you're about to realize is that you've been in an unseen test, one that has lasted far longer than you could ever have imagined. And now, the moment has come for you to understand the results of this test and what it means for your life. You've been under evaluation for far longer than you knew. This was no ordinary test. It was a cosmic examination, one that not only measured your actions, but also the depth of your character. These authorities, beings that transcend human limitations, were looking for something rare, something extraordinary. They weren't interested in perfection, as that's something easily faked. What they wanted to see was whether you could maintain integrity, honesty, and kindness in a world that often encourages you to do the opposite. They wanted to know if you would stay true to your values even when no one was watching. And the most important part? You passed. Yes, you passed. You proved yourself worthy, capable, and exceptional in ways that most people never even come close to. But what does that mean for you now? What does it mean to pass such a rigorous test? To be recognized by forces beyond this world? The implications are immense. This is not a decision that is made lightly by cosmic authorities. They do not waste their time on those who aren't capable of handling the responsibilities that come with their approval. Your life is about to shift in ways you may not yet comprehend, but the change is coming, and it will be profound. These authorities, these beings that operate beyond the physical dimensions of our world, have been monitoring every aspect of your journey. They've watched how you've handled obstacles, how you've navigated your struggles, and how you've remained true to yourself, despite the pressure to conform or take shortcuts. They've observed you in your darkest moments, when you were frustrated, tired, and perhaps even ready to give up. And still, you showed up. You stood tall. You chose integrity over convenience, kindness over cruelty, and truth over lies. These are the qualities they were looking for. These are the qualities that have earned you the recognition you're about to receive. What's even more remarkable is that, throughout all of this, you didn't even know you were being watched. You didn't know you were under evaluation. You didn't know that each decision you made, every moral choice you faced, was being documented, measured, and assessed by these cosmic authorities. Yet here you are, now standing at the precipice of a new reality. And the most astounding part? You passed. But this isn't just about your success. This decision, this recognition, is not for you alone. What these authorities have seen in you is something much larger than just your personal growth. They've seen the potential for you to be a catalyst for change in this world. They've seen that you have the power to influence others through your example, to elevate those around you simply by being who you are. This is why they've decided to step forward and reveal this truth to you now. You've passed the test, and you've been officially recognized. Now, it's time to understand why and what that means for the life you are about to step into. In the coming moments, you will be invited to fully comprehend the depth of what has just happened. You will understand how your life was secretly being shaped, how every trial, every moment of hardship was part of this divine plan to prepare you for this moment of revelation. And once you understand the significance of this approval, once you realize the magnitude of what you've achieved, everything in your life will begin to make sense. What you've gone through, the challenges, the heartache, they were all part of the test. And now, you are stepping into the next chapter of your journey, one where you are no longer simply surviving, but thriving. The authorities have spoken, you have passed, and now, you are ready for the incredible future that awaits you. You've spent your life wondering why things played out the way they did, questioning why some challenges seemed almost tailored for you. You've faced moments that left you exhausted, moments that pushed you to your limits, yet, somehow, you made it through. But what you may not have known, what you might have never suspected, is that these very moments were not random at all. They weren't simply a part of life's unpredictable flow. No, they were part of a grand, hidden design, a test. And not just any test, but the most rigorous soul test that 98% of humanity fails. But you passed it. The truth is, while you were living your life, going through the motions, believing you were just facing life's usual challenges, there were cosmic forces at play, watching, evaluating, and guiding your every decision. These forces, beings of immense intelligence and power, operating beyond the physical realm, were observing you, studying you, and determining your fate. You were, without knowing it, under constant evaluation, being tested in ways that were far deeper than you ever realized. This wasn't a test of your strength in the traditional sense, nor was it about how perfectly you could perform under pressure. No, this test was more subtle, more profound. It was a test of your character. It was about seeing if, when no one was watching, you would still do the right thing. It was about measuring your integrity, your ability to stay true to your values even when the world around you didn't care. It was about seeing if you could hold on to kindness when cruelty seemed like the easier path, or if you could stand firm in your principles when the temptation to compromise was just a whisper away. These tests didn't come with warning signs or clear markers. There were no flashing lights to indicate you were being watched. They didn't need to be obvious. In fact, the brilliance of this cosmic evaluation lay in its subtlety. The most difficult tests were the ones that blended in with your everyday life, disguised as ordinary challenges. A financial setback that tested your patience, a difficult person in your life who pushed you to your breaking point. A moment when you were offered a shortcut that would have given you everything you wanted, but at the expense of someone else's integrity. These were the real tests, silent, invisible, yet immensely powerful. And through it all, you remained consistent. You chose the harder path, the one that aligned with your values. When you could have lied, you told the truth. When you could have taken advantage of someone's vulnerability, you showed compassion. When you could have given in to anger or frustration, you remained calm, choosing peace over chaos. You didn't realize it at the time, but every decision, every moment of integrity was being recorded. Every time you stayed true to yourself, even when the world didn't notice, it was noted by the cosmic authorities overseeing this evaluation. Now, as you reflect on your life, it may feel surreal to think that this was happening all along, that these challenges were not mere coincidences, but carefully crafted opportunities for you to prove your character. And yet, this is the truth you now face. You were being evaluated, not for how you performed when the spotlight was on you, but for how you acted when you thought no one was watching. And the fact that you passed this test, this soul-crushing, life-defining test, is a remarkable achievement. What you may not realize just yet is that this test was designed to reveal the most rare and precious qualities in a human soul. Most people fail in these moments, especially when it seems like no one will ever know. Most people relax their morals when there's no audience, when the pressure is on, and when they think they can get away with it. But you didn't. You didn't choose the easy path. You chose the right path, the one that aligned with your inner truth, regardless of the external circumstances. And that, my dear, is exactly why you've been chosen for something extraordinary. This cosmic evaluation, lasting for years, has brought you to this moment. The moment when you are finally allowed to know the truth about what you've been through. The cosmic authorities, those beings who have watched you, evaluated you, and observed your every decision, have come to the conclusion that you are exceptional. They have determined that you've passed the test, that you've demonstrated a rare level of integrity and moral strength. And now, they are ready to take you to the next phase of your journey. But first, you need to understand the depth of what you've achieved. Only then can you fully appreciate the magnitude of what lies ahead. When you think about the challenges you've faced in your life, you might reflect on the moments when things seemed impossible, when it felt like everything was stacked against you. But what if I told you that these difficulties, these struggles, were not just random trials? What if I told you that these were the very tests that were being observed, scrutinized by forces beyond your comprehension, and that the decisions you made in those moments were the ones that truly measured the depth of your character? The test wasn't about perfection, it was about something far more significant. Your ability to maintain integrity when no one was watching. You see, integrity is not something that can be faked. It's not about being perfect, and it's not about how you act when there's an audience. Integrity is about who you are when there's no one around to validate your actions. It's the choices you make when no one can see you. It's what you do when you think you're all alone, and the world won't judge you for your behavior. It's when you can be honest, even when dishonesty seems easier. When you can choose kindness, even when cruelty might go unnoticed. When you could have gained an advantage by harming someone, but you chose to do what was right instead. This, my friend, was the test you were being given, and in each instance, you passed. Every time you chose the harder path, the right path, you were being measured. Every decision you made, no matter how small it seemed, was a part of this great cosmic evaluation. Maybe it was a moment when you could have lied to get out of an uncomfortable situation. Maybe it was when you were struggling financially, and someone offered you an unethical way out, a shortcut that could have made your life easier in the short term. Maybe it was a time when you had the chance to take advantage of someone's vulnerability, and no one would have known. It's easy to be a good person when everyone is watching, when you know there are consequences to your actions. But the true test of integrity is how you behave when you think no one is paying attention, and you showed them that you are different. In a world that often rewards shortcuts, dishonesty, and self-interest, your ability to remain consistent in your values, even when it cost you, set you apart. While others compromised their ethics for convenience or gain, you chose to stay true to your principles, even when it meant making sacrifices. This is what these cosmic authorities were looking for. Someone who doesn't need to be watched. Someone who can stand on their own values. Someone who chooses what is right even when there's no reward in sight. They observed you in countless situations. Times when you could have easily taken the easy way out, but you chose to do the right thing. Maybe it was a time when you were hurt, and you had every reason to take revenge, but instead, you chose forgiveness. Maybe it was when you were frustrated, and your emotions could have gotten the best of you, but you kept your composure and treated others with kindness. Every one of these moments was part of the evaluation, and every single time, you made the choice that aligned with your core values. That's what set you apart from the rest. These moments weren't small. They were the building blocks of who you are. Every time you chose integrity over convenience, kindness over cruelty, honesty over deception, you proved that you had what it takes to be more than just a bystander in this world. You proved that you could be a force for good, a living example of what it means to stand tall in your values, no matter the cost. These cosmic authorities, watching from beyond, saw all of this. They saw how, when faced with the temptation to compromise, you chose what was right. Every act of kindness, every moral decision, no matter how small or insignificant it seemed in the moment, was documented. They saw how you took the higher road even when it didn't benefit you directly. They saw how you treated others, how you carried yourself in your darkest moments, and how you navigated your struggles with dignity. All of it was recorded in cosmic files. This wasn't a test you could fail by making one bad choice. This was a test of consistency of who you were at your core. And what these authorities found was something rare, something precious. They found someone who didn't just look for the easy way out, but someone who could be trusted to act with integrity, even when no one was watching. Now, imagine what that means for you. All those moments where you thought no one noticed, where you felt like your efforts weren't making a difference, those were the very moments that mattered the most. The cosmic authorities saw them all, and with each act of integrity, you earned your place in their eyes. They didn't care about perfection. They cared about consistency. They cared about the strength of your character. And they saw something truly remarkable in you. You didn't just pass the test, you passed it in a way that only a small fraction of people could ever hope to. And because of that, they're ready to reward you in ways you never imagined. You've shown them that you have what it takes to be more than just a survivor. You've proven you are someone who can thrive, who can lead, and who can make a real difference in this world. That's why you're here now, standing on the threshold of a new chapter in your journey. This was not just a test of who you are today, it was a test of who you've always been at your core. And the authorities have made their decision. You've passed. And now, your life is about to change in ways that will reflect the integrity you've carried all along. Now that you understand the gravity of the test you've passed, it's time to recognize just how rare this achievement is. You see, in the grand scheme of things, most people fail when it really counts. It's easy to stay true to your values when the stakes are low, when there's no pressure, when the right choice doesn't cost you anything. But when the cost is high, when your integrity is tested in the face of hardship, loss, or temptation, that's when most people falter. That's when the world sees character not as a steadfast principle, but as something easily compromised for personal gain. Most people fail when morality requires sacrifice. These cosmic authorities, those intelligent beings watching you from beyond the veil of this world, are keenly aware of this truth. They've seen it countless times before. In fact, they've seen it so often that it no longer surprises them. People fail the test of integrity when it asks them to choose the harder path, the path that leads to sacrifice. They choose convenience, they choose power, they choose self-interest, whatever they think will protect them in the moment. But you didn't choose that path. You didn't choose what was easy. You chose what was right. When the temptation to cut corners came knocking, when the opportunity to compromise your principles was right in front of you, you held firm. When your integrity cost you something, whether it was money, relationships, or opportunities, you chose to stay true to yourself. This, my friend, is what makes you so rare. You didn't give in. You didn't let fear, anger, or frustration dictate your decisions. You stood tall, and you remained committed to your values, even when it hurt, even when it cost you something you wanted. You proved to the universe, to these cosmic authorities, that your integrity was not something you held only when it was easy. You carried it even when it meant hardship, even when it meant standing alone. This is exactly why you've been noticed, why you've been singled out. The authorities observed countless others who took the easier route, who let go of their moral compass when it no longer suited them. And with each choice, they documented who was consistent in their values, who upheld their ethical standards when no one was looking. In the face of pressure, most people buckle. But you stood firm. You are among the rare few who pass these tests, not by following the crowd, but by listening to the quiet voice of your conscience, which never steered you wrong. Think about the times when you could have easily taken advantage of someone. Maybe it was a situation where the other person would never have known, or maybe it was a business deal where dishonesty could have made you rich. The majority of people would have seen that as an opportunity, a chance to do what was easiest, what benefited them in the short term. But not you. You didn't let the world define your choices. Your choices were defined by something far more powerful. Your unwavering commitment to integrity. You held on to your values because they were part of who you are, not just part of a persona you displayed to the world. Now, let's take a moment to truly appreciate how extraordinary this is. You belong to a tiny minority, less than 1% of people who are able to resist the pull of self-interest and choose moral principles, no matter what the circumstances. You've passed the ultimate test of character, and what you've achieved is something that cannot be replicated by most people. It's not because they lack the potential, it's because they lack the resolve, the discipline, and the strength of character that you've shown time and time again. In a world where instant gratification, self-promotion, and the pursuit of power often take precedence, you've proven that there is another way. You've proven that integrity is not a weakness, it's a strength. While the world rewards shortcuts, you've learned that the true reward lies in the long-term benefits of doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. And those long-term benefits are about to become evident in ways that will transform your life. So, why is this so rare? Why are the cosmic authorities taking note of you? Because in every test, every challenge, you've maintained your commitment to integrity. You chose to be who you are, regardless of external pressures, and that is a rarity beyond measure. The universe, the forces that operate on this higher plane, sees the depth of that consistency. They see that you are not just another person trying to make it through life by any means necessary. You are someone who understands that character, values, and ethics are the foundation upon which everything else can be built. And because of that, you have earned your place in a category that most people can never hope to achieve. As you move forward, remember that you are one of the few who can say, without hesitation, that you didn't compromise when it counted. That's what separates you from the majority. And that's why you are about to receive a reward that's reserved for those who remain ethical under pressure. Your journey has been difficult, but now, as you embrace the rewards that come with this recognition, you can be certain that everything you've endured, every choice you made, has led you to this defining moment. You've earned this. You've earned the recognition of cosmic authorities because you are part of that rare and precious minority who understand that true strength lies in the ability to remain ethical, no matter what. Now that you understand the rarity of your integrity, it's time to reveal who was watching, who was observing each decision you made, and why your actions were so significant. These weren't just any onlookers. These were beings beyond human comprehension, beings operating in dimensions that our minds can scarcely fathom. They do not exist in the same realm that we do, but they are incredibly aware of the choices we make. They are the cosmic authorities, and their sole purpose is to identify and recruit human souls who possess the rarest of qualities: unwavering integrity. These cosmic authorities are not concerned with your appearance, your status, or your religious beliefs. They care nothing for how others perceive you, nor do they care for how many accolades you've received in the material world. What they care about, what they've been tirelessly searching for, is something far more important: your heart, your character, your commitment to doing what is right, even when no one is watching. In a world where the majority of people compromise their integrity for the sake of convenience, power, or gain, these authorities have a mission to find the few who resist that temptation. They are not interested in people who act good when it's easy or when they know others are observing. No, these authorities are searching for those who will do the right thing when no one is watching, when the cost is high, when it seems easier to walk away from their principles. And in you, they found exactly what they were looking for. Their purpose is not to simply evaluate for the sake of evaluation. They are recruiting. Yes, recruiting. These beings are looking for souls who have demonstrated the strength of character to stand firm in their values, no matter the circumstances. They are recruiting those who can be agents of positive evolution, souls who can elevate the world through their actions and influence. You, my friend, have been selected because your life, your actions, have shown that you are capable of carrying out this divine mission. You have proven that you can be trusted with the responsibility of leading others toward higher standards of morality and ethics. Your consistency in ethical decisions, your ability to make the right choice even when it's the harder path, made you stand out. While others around you faltered, while others compromised or took shortcuts, you remained true to who you are. And that consistency over the course of years, through countless challenges, caught the attention of the cosmic authorities. It's one thing to make the right choice once in a while. It's another to do so consistently, time and time again, no matter how difficult the situation. And that's exactly what you did. These authorities were not just observers. They are active participants in shaping the moral fabric of the universe. They do not operate in ways we can easily comprehend, but their role is clear. They are here to identify the humans who have the potential to impact the world in profound ways. The universe itself, in all its vastness, is constantly in motion. And these beings, these cosmic authorities, are working behind the scenes to ensure that the right people are in the right place at the right time. They are aligning the paths of individuals who can become agents of positive change, people who will guide humanity toward higher, more ethical standards. What does this mean for you? It means that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. You are not merely living out your own story. You are part of a cosmic plan that spans beyond the limits of our understanding. Your life, your decisions, are woven into a grand tapestry that is designed to elevate humanity. And because you have shown that you are trustworthy, because you have proven that you can make ethical decisions even under the toughest of circumstances, you have been chosen to play a pivotal role in this process. This is not a random selection. You didn't just happen to meet the standards by chance. No, you were carefully observed, evaluated, and found to be worthy of a higher calling. You were chosen because of your integrity, because you've developed the rare ability to act with consistency, even when no one is around to watch you. And now, the cosmic authorities have decided to reveal this to you, because you are ready. You are ready to step into the next chapter of your journey as an agent of positive evolution in the world. Imagine for a moment what this means. You are not just a passive participant in the world. You are an active force, a beacon of light in a world that often feels dark and uncertain. You've demonstrated that you have the strength to navigate the challenges life throws at you, all while maintaining your integrity. You've proven that you can lead by example, that you can show others what it means to live with honor and consistency. This is why the cosmic authorities have chosen you to be an example of what humanity can become when we operate from a place of deep integrity. You are now being called into something much greater than just personal success or material achievements. You are being called to use your influence, your moral compass, to help elevate those around you. Whether you realize it or not, your life has already started to serve as an inspiration to others. The choices you make, the example you set, are already impacting the world in ways you may not fully understand. The cosmic authorities see the bigger picture. They understand that every person who embodies integrity and morality becomes a ripple in the vast ocean of humanity. You may not yet see how far your influence stretches, but trust that it does. Every small action, every moment where you choose to do the right thing, creates a shift in the world. A shift that ripples outward, touching the lives of others in ways you cannot yet comprehend. This is why the authorities have observed you, evaluated you, and now have chosen you. They see the immense potential within you to be a true agent of positive change. This is your moment. You have been chosen because you possess the qualities that are needed to lead others, to be an example, and to create a better world. You are now ready to embrace this calling and step into the role that has been prepared for you from the very beginning. The cosmic authorities are not just watching you anymore, they are ready to support you, to guide you, and to open the doors that will allow you to fulfill this extraordinary mission. You are part of something greater, and now, it's time for you to step into your full power and purpose. Imagine, for a moment, standing at the threshold of something monumental. Everything in your life, every challenge you've faced, Every moment of struggle has led you to this moment of recognition. The cosmic authorities have seen your journey, and after years of careful observation, they have come to a decision that will change the course of your life forever. You have passed the test. You have been promoted. You are no longer just a candidate under evaluation. You are now an authorized agent. This is not a title to be taken lightly. To be an authorized agent means that you have been chosen for something far greater than you could ever have imagined. It means that you no longer need to be tested. The rigorous trials, the challenges, and the moral dilemmas you have faced up until now, they were all part of your evaluation. But now, the cosmic authorities have officially concluded that you are ready. You are ready for the next phase of your journey. You no longer need to face constant obstacles that test your integrity. You are now supported directly, not tested. This shift is profound. It means that the universe is no longer testing your character, your ability to choose the right path when no one is watching, or your strength to endure hardship. Those tests are complete. You've proven yourself. And now, the focus is no longer on your ability to endure, but on your ability to thrive, to use the lessons you've learned and the integrity you've cultivated to step into your full purpose. Think about what this means. The struggles, the battles, the moments of doubt, you've faced them all because you were being prepared. Every hardship you've endured was part of this grand preparation. Every time you stayed true to your values when others around you were ready to compromise, you were building the strength you now need to fulfill your higher calling. The cosmic authorities have seen that you have what it takes. They've watched you rise above the challenges. They've seen your unwavering commitment to integrity, and now they're giving you the keys to move forward without the weight of constant testing. This is not just about a promotion. This is about being elevated to a higher level of existence. It's about stepping into your power as an agent of positive change, as someone who will not only lead by example, but who will begin to receive the support needed to fulfill your divine purpose. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will now dissipate. No longer will you need to push through trial after trial in order to prove your worth. You've done that. You've proven you have the strength, the resilience, and the integrity to stand firm in your values. Now, the universe is ready to support you in ways you cannot yet comprehend. This is the moment when you move from surviving to thriving. You've earned the right to step into the flow of abundance, support, and guidance that will align your path. The authorities that once observed you are now preparing to lift the veil and reveal to you the rewards that await you. These are not rewards given lightly or handed to just anyone. They are the fruits of your labor, the result of years of demonstrating the kind of character that the universe values above all else. And now, those rewards are ready to materialize. Think about what happens when someone is promoted to a position of great responsibility. The weight of the constant evaluation is lifted, and instead of being micromanaged, they are empowered to lead, to act with autonomy, to use the resources and tools at their disposal to make a difference. That's where you are now. You've been elevated to a position where you no longer need to prove yourself. You are now trusted. Trusted with the responsibility of carrying out the divine mission that has always been yours. The cosmic authorities, in their infinite wisdom, have decided that you are not just a survivor, but a leader. You've passed the tests, not by being perfect, but by being consistent. You've shown that you can stand firm in your values, even when it's difficult, and that you can maintain your integrity even when it costs you. Now, it's time for you to step into your role as a leader, as someone who will not only influence those around you, but whose influence will begin to ripple out into the world. And with this promotion comes an incredible shift. You will notice that the obstacles that once appeared as roadblocks will now seem to melt away. Challenges will still come, but they will no longer feel like tests. Instead, they will become opportunities for you to use your wisdom, your experience, and your newfound support to rise above and continue on your path. The cosmic authorities are no longer watching to see if you can endure. They are watching to see how you will use your position to make a lasting impact. This shift also means that you will now receive direct support. The universe, the cosmic authorities, whatever higher powers you believe in, these forces will now align to assist you in ways that were not available to you before. You will find that resources you once struggled to access will come to you effortlessly. People who align with your values will begin to show up in your life. The guidance you need to take the next step will be clearer than ever before. And most importantly, you will begin to feel a sense of peace and confidence in your decisions, knowing that you are no longer alone in your journey. The testing is over. You have been approved. And now, you are ready to step into your divine purpose with the full backing of the universe. The cosmic authorities have seen your worth, and they are ready to remove the obstacles that once held you back. They are ready to unleash the full potential within you, and they are ready to support you as you move forward, guided by your integrity and your commitment to making a positive impact on the world. This is your moment. The testing phase has ended. Your new journey begins now. And with it comes the promise of a life where you are no longer tested, but supported and elevated. Now that you've understood the monumental shift that has taken place within you, it's time to reveal what the cosmic authorities said about you, what they observed during the years of evaluation, and why they have chosen to elevate you. These beings, who are beyond human understanding, took great care in assessing your every action, your every decision. They saw what no one else saw. They recognized the quiet strength you exhibited in moments of hardship. And when they spoke of you in their assembly, they spoke of someone who had risen above the ordinary, someone whose character had been forged in the crucible of life's toughest challenges. What they said about you should not only affirm your worth, but empower you to step into your purpose with unwavering confidence. The first thing they recognized was your impressive moral resistance under tough circumstances. It's one thing to maintain your principles when everything is going smoothly, when life is easy, when there's no real threat to your comfort or your status. But when you were tested, when life became difficult, when the pressure mounted, and when the temptation to compromise was strong, they saw you stand firm. They saw you hold your ground when it would have been easy to let go. They observed how you didn't allow adversity to corrupt you. Instead, you became even more resolute, more committed to doing what was right. When others might have given in to bitterness, cynicism, or self-interest, you chose to remain true to your values, and this impressed them deeply. They understood that the true measure of integrity lies not in how you act when everything is smooth, but in how you act when things are at their hardest. You were unshaken by life's challenges, and that was a rare, invaluable quality. But what really set you apart, what made you stand out in the eyes of the cosmic authorities, was your ethical consistency, whether being observed or not. Most people act with integrity when they know they are being watched. It's easy to be kind, to be honest, to do the right thing when there's an audience, when there's recognition, when there's a reward waiting at the end. But the cosmic authorities watched you when no one was there to applaud your actions, when there was no one around to praise your moral choices. They saw you in your solitude, in those quiet moments when you could have easily taken the easier path. They saw that, even when no one was watching, you remained the same person, a person who stands by their principles. This consistency is rare. It's one thing to put on a mask for the world, but it's another to be your true self in the absence of recognition. They saw you consistently ethical, even when it was uncomfortable or inconvenient. And this was one of the most powerful indicators of your readiness for what's coming next. In addition to your unwavering consistency, they noted your ability to maintain hope without naivety. It's easy to be hopeful when life is full of promise, when everything seems possible, when the future is bright. But hope becomes rare, almost divine, when life has given you reason to despair. They saw how, despite the disappointments, the betrayals, and the setbacks, you never lost your sense of hope. You never allowed cynicism to take root in your heart. But here's the key. Your hope was not naive. It wasn't blind optimism that ignored reality. It wasn't the kind of hope that expects things to magically work out without effort. No. Your hope was rooted in wisdom, grounded in the understanding that while life may be difficult, your actions can still create positive change. You didn't give up hope, but you also didn't pretend that everything was perfect. Instead, you held on to hope in a way that was realistic, a hope that propelled you forward even in the darkest moments. This kind of hope is rare, and it's the kind of hope that the world needs more than ever. Next, the authorities took note of your ability to sacrifice personal gain for moral principles. In a world that often rewards selfishness, greed, and the pursuit of power at any cost, you chose a different path. You chose to sacrifice what might have benefited you personally in order to remain true to your values. There were moments when you could have taken advantage of a situation, made a decision that would have advanced your career, your wealth, or your standing, but you chose to do the right thing instead. You chose to walk away from opportunities that compromised your integrity. This ability to choose morality over personal gain is one of the rarest qualities in the world today. And these cosmic authorities, who value integrity above all else, saw this and recognized it as a powerful strength. They understood that you are not someone who will use power for selfish gain, but someone who will use it to uplift others, to create positive change, to stand for what is right. That kind of strength, that kind of character, is exactly what they've been searching for. And finally, they marveled at your capacity to forgive without passivity. Forgiveness is one of the most transformative acts a human being can engage in, but it's not always as simple as it seems. Most people forgive because they feel they should, or because they want to move on. But you forgave from a place of true understanding. You didn't hold on to resentment or anger. But, and this is crucial, your forgiveness didn't mean passivity. You didn't allow others to continue disrespecting you or taking advantage of your kindness. You forgave, but you did not allow toxicity to remain in your life. This is a profound and rare quality. It's easy to forgive and let others walk all over you, but you've learned the delicate balance between forgiveness and self-respect. You forgave, but you set boundaries. And that is the kind of wisdom that these cosmic authorities value deeply. What the authorities said about you is a testament to your remarkable character. It's a recognition that you are not just a person who has survived this world, you are someone who has thrived in it, someone who has remained true to themselves, even when everything around you tried to pull you off course. They see in you the potential to be a beacon of light in a world that desperately needs it. Your strength, your wisdom, your integrity, these qualities are now recognized, and they are the foundation upon which your divine purpose will unfold. You've earned the cosmic recognition, and now, the universe is ready to reward you in ways you've never. Now that you've been recognized, now that you've passed the tests and received the cosmic approval, it's time to step into the incredible changes that lie ahead. The cosmic authorities have seen your worth, and now, your life is about to transform in ways you could never have imagined. What you can expect in the coming days, weeks, and months is not just the usual flow of life. No, these are changes that will propel you toward a new reality. A reality where obstacles no longer hinder your progress, where doors open effortlessly, and where you are supported in ways that were previously unimaginable. Let's look at what these changes will look like and how they will manifest in your life. First and foremost, you'll notice that toxic people will start distancing from you. This may sound surprising, but it's actually a sign of your growth and elevation. As your energy shifts and aligns with higher frequencies, those whose energy does not resonate with yours will naturally begin to fall away. Toxic people, whether they were draining your energy, manipulating situations, or creating unnecessary drama, will no longer be able to attach themselves to you. It may be uncomfortable at first, as you realize that some people you once thought were close to you are now distancing themselves. But understand this is not a loss, it's a gain. These people no longer serve your highest good, and the universe is clearing the way for healthier relationships, for connections that truly nurture your soul. You are no longer the same person who was surrounded by negativity. You've leveled up, and so, too, has your circle of influence. With this shift, you'll also begin to see financial opportunities appearing from unexpected places. For so long, it may have felt like you were working hard, but the rewards didn't quite match the effort you were putting in. You were striving, sacrificing, and doing everything you thought was necessary, but the results were often frustratingly delayed or insufficient. That is about to change. The cosmic authorities have cleared the way for abundance to flow into your life, and what you're about to experience will feel like a breath of fresh air. Opportunities you didn't even know existed will begin to reveal themselves. You'll find that your financial situation will improve almost effortlessly. New doors will open for you, doors that lead to projects, investments, or ventures that bring in not just financial gain, but personal satisfaction and purpose. The struggles you faced in this area were part of your preparation, and now you are stepping into a season of prosperity. You won't have to chase after wealth. It will find you as a natural result of your alignment with your higher purpose. Along with these material changes, you will notice that your intuition will sharpen, guiding you toward the right decisions at every turn. One of the most profound gifts of stepping into your full potential is that you no longer have to struggle with uncertainty. Your intuitive abilities will become stronger, clearer, and more reliable. Where once you might have questioned yourself or felt unsure about which path to take, now you will find that your inner guidance leads you unerringly toward the right choices. You will begin to sense the best opportunities, the most harmonious relationships, and the actions that will propel you forward. Trust that your intuition is a divine gift, honed through your journey and now operating at its highest capacity. Your decision-making will be grounded in wisdom and clarity, and you will no longer second-guess yourself. You will move through the world with a sense of certainty that feels empowering and liberating. In addition to this spiritual and financial shift, you'll experience a remarkable improvement in your health, both physical and mental. This is one of the most beautiful aspects of your new alignment. When you operate at a higher frequency, when you align with your true purpose and live in integrity, your body and mind begin to reflect that energy. You'll notice that the stress, anxiety, and exhaustion that once seemed to weigh you down will begin to lift. Your physical health will improve, your energy will increase, and your mental clarity will reach new heights. You will find yourself feeling more vibrant, more alive, and more capable of tackling life's demands without feeling drained. The chronic stress that once plagued you will begin to dissipate, as the toxic situations and people that once caused you harm are no longer present in your life. Your body, in turn, will feel more in tune with your spirit. You will feel lighter, healthier, and more at peace with yourself. As you step into this new reality, you'll also find that you will discover your tribe, people who elevate your life. One of the most exciting changes you will experience is the arrival of new, authentic connections. For so long, you may have felt isolated or disconnected, struggling to find people who truly understood you or who could match your level of integrity. But now, as your energy shifts, so will the people around you. You will begin to attract those who resonate with your frequency, people who share your values, who support you unconditionally, and who encourage your growth. These are not just superficial relationships. These are deep, soul-nurturing connections that will elevate you, challenge you, and walk with you through this next phase of your journey. Whether they are friends, mentors, or like-minded individuals, your tribe will form around you, and together, you will create something powerful. These people will support your vision, reflect your best qualities, and encourage you to keep moving forward, even when the road gets tough. This is what it means to step into your divine purpose. The changes you can expect are not just superficial, they are transformative, affecting every area of your life. No longer will you be held back by fear, by lack, or by uncertainty. You will be supported, guided, and surrounded by the right people and the right opportunities. The universe is aligning to ensure that you move forward on your path with ease, grace, and success. Your life will no longer feel like a struggle. It will feel like a flow of abundance, opportunity, and harmony. So embrace these changes. Trust that they are not random, but a natural result of the hard work, integrity, and dedication you've shown throughout your journey. The best is yet to come, and you are just getting started. Your transformation is underway, and it's going to be more beautiful and powerful than you ever imagined. Now that you've been recognized and promoted to the status of authorized agent, it's important to understand that this new chapter in your life isn't just about receiving rewards or basking in the blessings that are about to unfold. No, this promotion comes with responsibilities that will shape how you live and interact with the world moving forward. Being an authorized agent is not a passive position. It's a call to action, a divine invitation to step into a greater role within the cosmic framework. This new role is one that carries immense power, but also a profound sense of duty. You've been chosen, not just to live a better life, but to inspire and lead others, to be a beacon of integrity, and to use your influence to create lasting, positive change in the world. The first responsibility you must embrace is to be an example of integrity in the world. It's easy to live with integrity when you are alone, when no one is watching, and when the consequences of your actions feel distant. But now that you are stepping into this new role, the world will begin to look to you for guidance. You've been given this position because you have proven your ability to maintain your values under the most difficult of circumstances. You've shown that integrity is not something that is compromised in the face of adversity. And now, you are called to embody that strength for others to see. Your every action, your every decision, will now serve as an example for those around you. People will look to you for inspiration, for guidance, and for proof that living with integrity is not only possible but powerful. They will see your ability to stand firm in your values, even when the world around you seems to fall into chaos. And it is through your actions, through your living example, that others will be encouraged to rise to the same standards. Your integrity will be the light that shines in the darkness, the steady force that shows others that they, too, can stand strong, remain true to themselves, and face the world with unshakable strength. As you step into this new role, you will also begin to use your growing influence to make a positive impact. With your approval comes a shift in your energy, a shift that aligns you with the forces of abundance, growth, and creation. The doors that were once closed to you will now open, and you will find that opportunities to make a meaningful difference will present themselves at every turn. You will be entrusted with the ability to influence those around you, to lead them toward higher standards, and to use your gifts to heal, uplift, and inspire. Your influence is not limited to just your immediate circle. As you continue to grow, as you continue to step into your purpose, your impact will begin to ripple outwards, touching the lives of people you may never have imagined reaching. You may be called to mentor others, to share your wisdom and experience with those who are still navigating the same tests you once faced. Or, you may find that the work you do, the projects you undertake, or the communities you build will serve as a catalyst for transformation on a larger scale. The possibilities are limitless, but what's certain is that your influence will be a force for good in the world. Your actions, guided by the integrity you've cultivated, will have the power to shift the energy around you, to create positive change, and to inspire those who are still searching for their path. The more you use your influence to help others, the more you will align yourself with your true purpose, the more you will become the person you were always meant to be. The universe is aligning to support you, and now, with your growing influence, you are called to use that support to create lasting impact wherever you go. In addition to being an example of integrity and using your influence to impact the world, your next responsibility is to recognize others undergoing similar tests and offer support when possible. One of the most beautiful aspects of your journey is that you now have the wisdom, the experience, and the compassion to recognize when others are walking the same difficult path that you once walked. You've been through the tests, the trials, and the tribulations. You've seen how easy it is to lose hope, to falter, to question whether it's all worth it. And now, you have the ability to help others who are facing the same struggles you once did. The responsibility you have now is to reach out to those who are struggling, to offer a helping hand, a word of encouragement, or a piece of wisdom that can help them keep going. You may not have all the answers, but your presence, your willingness to listen, and your shared understanding will mean the world to someone who feels alone or lost. As you recognize others who are undergoing similar tests, remember that you don't have to carry the burden of their journey alone. The universe has equipped you with the tools to help, and now you are called to use those tools to lift others up. This brings us to one of the most powerful aspects of your new role. You now have access to a support network operating beyond physical dimensions. No longer will you have to rely solely on your own strength, wisdom, and intuition. As an authorized agent, you are now connected to a network of support that is beyond human comprehension. This network consists of beings who exist in higher planes, beings who are working with you, guiding you, and supporting you as you fulfill your purpose. When you need guidance, you will receive it. When you need protection, it will be there. When you face a difficult decision, you will have access to insights that are beyond ordinary human knowledge. This support network, operating on a cosmic scale, will help you navigate the complexities of your new responsibilities. You will never be alone, even when the path seems unclear. The universe, in all its vastness, is working with you to ensure that you have everything you need to fulfill your divine purpose. The beauty of being an authorized agent is that you are never meant to walk this path alone. You are part of something much larger than yourself, a divine mission that involves not only your personal growth but also the elevation of humanity. Your responsibilities are great, but so are the rewards. As you embrace this new role, remember that you are supported, guided, and elevated in ways that go far beyond the physical realm. The cosmic authorities are not just observing you, they are working with you, empowering you to become the agent of change the world desperately needs. As you stand at the threshold of this incredible transformation, it's essential to recognize the profound shift that is now taking place in your life. You've entered a new phase, a phase where the trials, the tests, and the constant challenges are behind you. No longer will you be required to prove your worth or demonstrate your integrity. The cosmic authorities have seen you, recognized you, and elevated you. There are no more tests for you to endure, no more proving yourself through hardship or struggle. This is your reward. You have passed the ultimate cosmic test. And now, you are stepping into a phase where your integrity is no longer questioned, but fully acknowledged and supported. What does this mean for you? It means that the universe is no longer simply observing you from afar. The cosmic authorities have made their decision, and that decision has set the stage for a new era in your life. An era where your actions, your values, and your character will guide you effortlessly toward the fulfillment of your divine purpose. You've been promoted, not just to a higher position in life, but to a state of alignment with the very forces that shape the universe itself. And with this alignment comes a new level of support, a new level of guidance, and a new level of blessing that will flow naturally into your life. Your integrity is no longer something you have to defend or prove to anyone. It's no longer something you have to fight for or struggle to maintain under pressure. It has been validated by the cosmic authorities, and now it serves as the foundation upon which your entire life will be built. You've shown that your commitment to truth, kindness, and moral strength is unwavering, and because of that, you are being given the opportunity to experience life in a completely new way. The trials that once seemed endless will now give way to the rewards you've always deserved. Now that you are an authorized agent, you will no longer be burdened by the weight of constant testing. The cosmic authorities will continue to protect you, guide you, and amplify your impact in the world. You will be shielded from the obstacles that once held you back. You will find that the challenges that seemed insurmountable will now appear small, almost irrelevant, As your path becomes clear and supported by the higher powers, the protection and divine alignment that once appeared as distant hopes will now become your everyday reality. As you move forward, get ready to experience life at a higher frequency. Life will no longer feel like a struggle. Instead, it will feel like a flow, a natural, effortless movement toward your purpose. The obstacles that once seemed to appear at every turn will fade into the background, and you will find that things align more smoothly than ever before. The universe will work with you, not against you. Blessings will flow into your life as naturally as breathing, and opportunities that once seemed out of reach will now fall into place. Living as an authorized agent is not about striving or pushing through barriers anymore. It's about receiving, allowing, and trusting in the divine timing that has always been at work behind the scenes. You are now in a phase where you are not fighting to survive, but thriving in the full expression of your purpose. The work you've done, the choices you've made, and the integrity you've maintained have set you on a path where only growth, abundance, and success are possible. Your role is not just to survive, but to lead, to inspire, and to guide others into their own alignment with the higher frequencies of life. So, as you step into this new chapter, remember that you are no longer a passive observer of life. You are a powerful, active force, fully aligned with the cosmic authorities and ready to receive the support and blessings that are your birthright. The universe is now your ally, and with that, the possibilities for what you can achieve are limitless. You have entered a new phase, and the rewards that await you are beyond anything you've ever imagined. Get ready to experience life as you've always dreamed it could be, where obstacles dissolve, blessings pour in, and your divine purpose unfolds with grace and ease. This is just the beginning.